Hello, and welcome to One Dope Chick Who Didn't Quit, the show where we turn pain into power and manifest our dreams. We'll discuss the ins and outs of life, love, and letting go so you can grow. Now here's your host, Trina B. Real.
Happy Friday. It's Freedom Friday, my wonderful, wonderful people. Welcome to my virtual living room. I'm so happy to be here. I'm the one dope chick who didn't quit, of course. I am here, as I said I would be, on this Freedom Friday. Now, I don't know if you're outside or if you're inside, but it is cold in New York City. Okay? And I'm staying warm in my virtual living room. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited to be here with you today. You know, I'm so excited to be living in the now. I'm so excited to have so much gratitude with a positive attitude to share with you this wonderful Friday afternoon. Or it should be evening somewhere, but some places is afternoon. You know, I'm international, so I don't know where you're watching from, but in case you're watching from New York, in case you're watching from Virginia, in case you're watching from Texas, in case you're watching from Detroit, because you know I'm a Detroit player. You know I got Chicago. Now let me stop. But I'm internationally known, like on the microphone. No, seriously. I'm having a good time, y'all. If you're not having a good time, something wrong. I got my cookies and milk. You know, I'm having cookies and milk. What about you? Okay, I'm a little lactose intolerant right now. You might, can you see my cookies and milk? Can you see my milk cup? Yeah, there you go. See, everybody, you know, if you are into any of this NFT stuff that everybody's doing, this is the new way of the new world. Everybody's virtual now, right? So I decided I'm not ready to go there. So I have to start preparing myself. And this is my preparation, right? I figured if I could do a virtual living room, I could prepare myself for my avatar. I'm not ready to see myself in the living form of an NFT yet. So I'm this is my rehearsal. Okay. So, you know, pay me no mind, pay me some time, because when you come here, you're going to unwind because it's Friday, baby. You got to let me tell you something. It's Faith Over Fear Friday. Okay. I got my Faith Over Fear shirt on. I want to thank my man Eli for my wonderful Faith Over Fear t-shirt. Okay. See, if you ain't got a t-shirt, you not outside. You got to say, you know, I'm an ex-rapper in my head, y'all. You know, part of me feel like I got some material. I feel like I got some bars happening. They're going to start one day. You know what I'm saying? They might not start today, but I'm here on Friday because what I decided to do, you know, this is season 3 for me, people. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited because I actually had 2 seasons, okay, in a pandemic, okay? This whole podcast started out of labor of love, okay? Seriously, I didn't think I would ever sit here and be talking to a computer without people, you know, because I'm a people person, right? I need people to engage with. I need people to talk back to. So to be talking to a computer and hoping somebody watching me, and this, you know, it's a little freaky, you know, but it's preparing me for my fans only page. It's gonna be titties, tacos, and toes if I don't get no money soon. Over here trying to be a comedian, okay? Ain't nobody tell me trying to be a comedian would be this hard, but I'm telling you something. It's a war outside. Hey, Tavares. What up, bro? You know, I got my North Kakalaki. I need you to come and sing on the show, brother. Let me tell you, this brother can sing. If y'all ever need a singer, songwriter, producer, I got one of the most, I've been knowing him since he was a baby, Mr. Tavares Polk Extraordinaire. You know, listen, let me tell you, one thing about me, I know all the best kept secrets in Hollywood. If don't nobody know, that's why I stay on the low. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just be outside when you who I am, right? You can't just be around everybody because you know my frequency. I have a high vibration, you know. I'm vibing high. And when you vibing high, people be out here sucking you dry. Okay, they be sucking you dry. So when you vibing high, you got to be real selective, you know. So I'm on my selective, you know, introvert in the house, staying safe, away from all the different variants, okay? Because it's sick season. Everybody talking about use COVID. I don't know what you got, but if you're sniffling and you're coughing, it's sick season, okay? You can get sick. It's the season where you get sick more now than ever, okay? So, you know, people want to have a whole, if you're vaxxed, if you're unvaxxed. I don't know who giving it out, okay? All I know is the fact that it's getting out and it's getting out of hand, okay? And, you know, I'm just tired of having people want to point the finger, you know, and I'm tired of people wanting to make excuses for it's wintertime, okay? And if you out here living reckless, if you're not doing the things you need to do to protect your body, okay, if you're not doing the appropriate thing, like we done had 3 years to get right, people, with this whole COVID or whatever, the cold, the flu, pneumonia, okay, high blood pressure, cholesterol, sugar, high, you know what I mean? Like, we done had enough time and a reality check in the last 2 years, seriously, to get our stuff together. Okay, this is the season of solution on the One Dope Chick. I said season 3. I'm interviewing entrepreneurs and creators, but we also are going to be talking about solutions to save ourselves and the world. Okay, because you got to save yourself in order to save somebody else, right? That's the first thing. You can't be great for nobody else if you're not great for yourself. I think that's been the problem, right? You know, we've been way off track, people. We've been out here being overachievers for people that ain't gonna overachieve for you. So I had to take a reality check for myself. It's okay. It's all right. You're not too late. I promise you, you're not too late. That's why I'm here tonight. I am here tonight to have you, one, talk to someone I love that's dear to my heart. She's a sweetheart. She's beautiful, and she's my cousin. So you know she popping. You know what I'm saying? Period. Hey, this is off top. Period. Okay. But she's an international teacher and she's a world traveler. She's an entrepreneur that had, you know, she was in China in the height of the pandemic. So when y'all want to start talking about different variants, I'm like, she was over there when the lab popped off. Okay. She went for 8 months and wound up being in China for 8 years. And she made, when people talking about making lemonade out of lemons, baby, she made lemonade, lemon pie, lemon sugar, lemon body butter. Okay. Let me just tell you something. So that's the kind of people we are. We're not going to sit there. You know, we might suffer, right? Because we got to go through some. I think that's the kind of people God has chosen. They said few will be chosen. Many will be called, but few will be chosen, right? So a lot of us, you know, going to take a little longer to get to certain things because the route we're taking, you know, we taking people with us. You know, we villagers, right? And we want to build a village. We want like-minded people. So unfortunately, not even unfortunately, but fortunately, it takes a little longer because in that we're constantly growing, right? And when we're growing, we constantly have to reevaluate. And then we come back to try to help the people that we got to help. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times it may seem like you late, but you're not late. You right on time. Okay? Because we living in the now. Whatever you do now matters, right? What you did in the past was your past. What you do today is your future, right? So we really don't have no time to waste, but to live in the moment, right? And to be excited that you have another day because somebody didn't get another day. So when I said this season, not only was it going to be a season of solution, it would be a season of intention. When I decided to do this show, I wanted to make sure I would be intentional and that I would be intentional for myself, but also bring on people that have just let go of what the normal looks like, right? Because we all can create a plan. We all have this big vision of what we think we want to do, right? But how about walking in the unknown? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Like, I never imagined, you know, it takes a lot of courage to go to another country, don't speak the language, right? Don't know the country, right? Don't know nobody, okay? All you have is your faith and your knowledge of what you want, right? Because you don't even know it yet. You're just going. So my next guest, before I get any further, because you know I get all emotional, all teary, all puffy duffy and all that, and I only got an hour. So I'm gonna bring on my next guest. Her name is Roxanna AFI. And she's gonna we're gonna start out talking about just her starting out in China, and then we're gonna get into a whole bunch of other good stuff. So stick around, push the like button, share it with some more people, because some people need to understand what gratitude look like. Don't wait till people get great and be talking, I knew her. No. You ain't know me. That's how I'm going to start stopping. You don't know me. Because you didn't want to be a part of the movement when the movement was getting started. So if you're not watching the One Dope Chick Who Didn't Quit, because that's me, okay, let me put up some of my little banners, because you know what I'm saying, I get a little hype and start talking so much. I don't even want to throw up a banner to unless in case you know you just joined the show and you don't know who this is. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, there you go, the Trina Be Real. Hey, that's me, the One Dope Chick Who Didn't Quit, okay? I ain't going to quit on you, and I ain't going to quit on me, baby, because that's what God put me here to do. Okay, and you know, it's a wonderful journey. I'm grateful to be who I am. I'm grateful to be here. I'm having a little moment, but let me bring on my first guest, Miss Roxanna.
Hello.
Hey, Roxanne.
Hey, Trina. How are you?
Okay, we are having a
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Technical difficulties.
Hi, Roxanna.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, darling. We were
Okay.
having, you know, that it's so cold here. The thing is freezing up, so I had to move closer. I'm, you know, in the city, everything is freezing up. The pipes, the Wi-Fi. Okay,
Yeah, we do
it's
what we
real
got.
cold. Okay, but I
We
got
do
you
what we
back
got to
on.
do.
So this is my
Yes,
guest, you guys, Miss Roxanna AFI. Thank you for being here tonight. I am so honored for you to join
thank
us,
you.
darling. It
Thank
is
you
my
for
pleasure
inviting me.
having you because I think time is one of our most greatest assets, and I thank you for sharing your time. But I
Thank you.
wanted to talk about being in the, you know, you were in China. You know, I tell people you're an international teacher, but you had took on a job to teach in China, and
Yeah.
you know, not knowing that you were going into a pandemic, but you wound up being in China at the
Yep.
height of the pandemic. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I was actually in the States and I received a call from a company in China and they asked, "Can you come to China? We need a teacher fast." And I said, "Yeah." I had my paperwork already ready. So I said, "Yeah, I can come." And I showed up in October, and 2 months later, pandemic. 2 months. I was supposed to be gone 8 months, and I was gone for 2 years. So it was difficult to get back, or we couldn't fly straight back. Flights went from 1,000 to 10,000 US dollars. So it was
Wow.
very difficult to move around, or even lots of people panicked and just left. But once they left, they could not get back. So they left all their belongings. Some people went to places like Canada or India or Singapore. A lot of people left China, went to Philippines to wait it out. I was in China for 2 years, but I only left to go on vacation, which they call holiday. So I left to go on vacation, but I went to Asian countries. I never came back to the States. So I was gone an entire 2 years. 2 years
Right. So I
gone.
saw that you went to several other states while you were on that side. Can you name some of the places you decided to go? Because you know the whole thing is tonight my theme was faith over fear. And so for
Hmm.
you to not be able to come back to the States and you said, you know what, I can't go back, so I might as well go forward over here and see what's popping. What did
Yeah.
that feel like? Like how did you decide where to go? Like what led you one to China to teach? I know like, you know, like out of all places, what made you decide to go to China?
Uh huh.
To teach? Or was it just opportunity, wanted to explore? Because a lot of times, you know, everybody think you got to have a plan, right? I got a plan, and you don't know.
You don't.
Sometimes just going in the unknown, like, say, you know what, they got a job here. I've never been.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm out. Like, how was it? Can you tell us that process?
Well, yeah, my first choice, which was years ago, I had one goal, which was to go overseas to live. I didn't just want to visit, I wanted to live. Because someone said to me, "You don't know what living is or what life is until you have lived overseas. So, whatever that means to you, if you're from another country, you come to the States, whatever that means for you. But for me, I wrote it down. I'm going to Japan. That's what I wrote down. I'm going, but my first statement was, I'm going to live overseas. Now, what job I was going to do when I got there, I just said teaching is easier to do, to go overseas. You can just start teaching and go everywhere. So that was simple for me. So I was like, oh, I can go overseas by teaching. Okay, great. So I just wrote it down and I decided to start learning Japanese. So I started teaching myself Japanese. But what country did I move to? China. So
Right. So I didn't
but
even.
China. So I started learning a few phrases, but I was not anywhere near conversational or fluent or any of it. But like I said earlier, I got a call and the lady said, "Can you come to China?" And I said, "Okay," just like that. But the key, the shirt, I like this shirt, by the way, Faith Over Fear.
Yes.
Number one,
That
I'm
shirt.
not real big on fear.
Get
That's not one of my
get into that shirt.
that's just I'm not motivated by fear.
Get
I
into
just decide that I'm going to do something and I just go do it. And I've always been like that. I just go do it. And there's only there's very few things that will just make me fearful. I just go do it. But I don't think you some people are afraid to go and there's some things they're afraid to see when they go there. But the key is to just do it anyway. Just say, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going. And like you said, I went there not knowing much of the language, didn't know the people. I knew a few people from talking to them on the Chinese app for, just online and stuff, but I'd never met any of these people that I knew of. There's a lot of Americans over there, but I didn't know them,
And
so
that's
I
what
went
but
anyway. I was
the
like, I'm just
beauty
going to
of
have
it.
to go.
Yeah, no, it's not, pardon me. The beauty of it for me is that not only did you go to China, but in the midst of it all, like most people would have panicked, right? Like everybody, you have this killer virus
Yep.
that just done broke out in one side of
Mm-hmm.
China. Okay, you pretty much got hot zones everywhere you
Yep.
turn. You're hearing about
Everywhere.
you know
Yep.
people getting dragged out of their house or just the whole you know just the whole thing, right? We wake up here, we had COVID here, but it was like in China, you seeing the suits, and it was a whole different fear. It felt like we were watching a movie, right? And then it came here, and we started seeing it in more of effect of if you had any underlying issues, right?
Right.
It took a different toll on those particular people. Like not to say everybody's not going to get sick, but everybody did not die, right? And it
Right.
just really depend on how you were, your immune system, and how you were taking
Right.
care of yourself.
Exactly.
So, what were
But
some of the things you
the
did while you were there in China? Once it got there, were there any herbs or special things that you did to stay safe?
yes, but I did that the entire time. There's something I do naturally is ginger. I had been on ginger the entire time, but I started getting more fresh ginger and instead of just pouring hot water over the ginger, I started chewing it.
Mm,
So I just used all this natural stuff. I increased the amount of water that I started drinking. I had lemon, I had elderberry, I had ginger. I started doing all of it just constantly, just making sure that I stayed hydrated because that was one of the first pieces of advice that was given to us is don't let your throat get dry. That was the first
mm,
thing they said. Do not let your throat get dry. That is a problem. So I kept hydrated. I just kept fluids, kept fluids, kept fluids. And what we did a lot in China, we have a joke in China about hot water because that's what they drink a lot, hot water. So that's what I drank a lot, hot water. I always had hot water, hot water, hot water. Just kept doing it over and over again. But the key for me is I was so blessed that I worked at a school where I lived on campus. And so that's what I was telling you one day. I lived on campus. All the teachers were gone. All the students were gone. There were two security guards, one in the front, one in the back, and me. That's it. So I didn't have to deal with any people. If I went
mm,
outside, the streets were bare. I lived in Shanghai. So Shanghai is very busy. It's one of the busiest places. It's like New York 2.0. It's
mm,
huge.
mm,
But all the people had to go home. So people went back to their villages. If they lived in Shanghai, they had to stay home. But me, because I lived on campus, with the cool security guards, I could at least take a walk. I could go take a bike ride, which I did all the time, to the market. So easy. It was so simple. No one came in. Delivery could not walk in the gate. They wouldn't even let people park the land. They would turn them around and make them away. No one could come in the gate at all. So I was
Wow.
so blessed to be. And the thing is, I'm okay by myself. So that was the other part. I didn't go stir crazy because some people lost it. But my colleagues, we worked for the same company. They were at a different school. I was the only foreigner at my school. So the black lady walking into the school, only one. But my colleague could not leave his apartment. So he couldn't go to the gym. He couldn't even go to the markets. They would
Why?
not let him leave. Nope. They
Was he Chinese?
no, he's Indian,
But why
but
wouldn't they
he
let him go?
shut down.
But why was
They
he shut
sh-
down and you wasn't shut down?
yeah, different area, and I was at a school
Oh, okay.
and I had security. So I was able to go and come. So, and because, security, some of them would just take my temperature when I walked back in, but I wasn't going anywhere except for the market and walking in the street because the streets were empty, which was strange to see. It was so strange to see. And I took a lot of photos because it's like, compared to
Yeah, I
being bumped
actually
into every day and almost ran over to nothing, it was, it was completely different.
I have some of your stuff. I'm gonna share it now.
Oh, yes. Where's the
I
chat?
think this is it right here.
Ooh, that one.
Okay, did y'all catch that at the end? Did they catch it at the end?
Because I was back in the with
Okay, I was like,
us.
did they catch it at the end with us? I was like, okay, I put the slide of us, our last one up from us from school at the end. But and I was gonna add some of the travel of us in it for my travel because I actually had loved traveling as well. But me being a wife, a mom, you know, an actress and a comedian, chasing my dreams here in the big city.
Yeah.
Uh, it has been an interesting journey, but I have some of those pictures as well of some of the places that I've traveled and would love to go again. Like there are so many other places that I want to go and things that I want to do. Yeah, I had
Yeah,
to go back.
that's the part that kind of it gets me sometimes because I like to go. I love to go. Even if I have to go by myself, I love to go. I just want to see something else, look at some other cultures, some other people,
Hey,
some of the
Delania.
love it. Hello,
That's
whoever that
Delania.
is.
All in the
Hi,
middle of I just started
Delania.
speaking to people. Hey, Delania. Love you. I got to put you on the show. She sings as well.
Oh,
But
bring her
yeah,
up.
Delania, we're talking about living faith over, having faith over fear and living your dreams by any
Yeah.
means, not waiting because life is so precious. And I was so excited to have Roxanne here today because I am so grateful and I'm living in such a space of gratitude. And so when I think
Hmm.
about you, Roxanne, I think about all that you have done and I'm so proud of you
Oh,
that you
thank you.
continue to want to do more, like just the adventures
Hmm.
of creating your own t-shirt line. I don't know if you guys peep those shirts. I'll get my shirt. I'm gonna be having one of those shirts on in a minute, but
Yeah, I have one here. Let me hold it up real quick. I
the
just threw
Roxana
my.
Afina apparel. And that's what we're doing in this season. This season we are celebrating our family and our friends that have achieved some dreams. We're
Yeah, we
not
got some.
waiting for them to have this big old release. We releasing them on our own platform. Look at that
That's
t-shirt.
right.
Okay.
So
I'm
this is
about to
my
get my shirt. My shirt
logo.
coming in the mail. Y'all gonna see me next week with my Roxana
She's
Afina,
gonna have on her
Afina,
shirt, y'all. She's gonna be popping. She's gonna be
Tired
popping.
of it. Hey, ooh, ha, he, eh, ah. I feel it. See how I start feeling all that vibe. You heard that beat that went with that. Ooh, ha, boom, bam,
I
da,
was
da.
about to join in.
You know? It just give you
You
that
see
kind
the
of, if you
shirts.
ain't got your shirt, your sweatshirt, your hoodie, and she got
You
body
gotta
butter.
get your.
And listen, some of you out here ashy, okay, because we've been washing our hands a lot. I don't know about y'all, but I be washing my hands a whole lot. And
No, please don't be ashy. Don't do
my
it.
body butter, okay? I be needing some butter for my body and for my hands right now.
Yes, I
And
have to send you some
has the box. She has the body butter
body butters.
to help you guys get it together. Okay, okay. And look at that butter. Look how creamy and
Do you
delicious
see
that look. It
that?
almost look
You
like you can
see?
dip it and whip it.
It
Yes,
looks like icing,
yes.
cream or something.
And all
So
these.
the
Listen, no excuses. I just want people to understand all these things. When the
no,
world shut down, her mind didn't shut down. These were
mm-mm.
brainchilds of hers. When she was stuck through that pandemic, she went and found
Yep,
a t-shirt vendor in China.
yep,
Okay, she found somewhere to get her shea butter from to make her buttercream, her body butter. Okay, she's all the way in China finding import export people. Okay, I just want to
yep,
say, there's no excuses about making your dreams come true. It's about taking action. Okay, can we
yeah.
talk a little bit about that, Roxanne, about taking action? Because, like, I mean, we over here worried about this, that, everybody, the world shut down. But when it shut down, you didn't just sit around and fiddle your fingers. You found stuff
No,
to do that was productive. I know I did too. Dealing with my kids, myself, start reading scripts and trying to read
you
monologues. But I
exactly.
never had, I didn't get bored. I slept, I got more rest. Let's talk about some of the things you did, because I mean, I'm so proud of you, girl. I'm so proud of you. I feel like I need to sing a song. I'm so proud of you. I'm so
Boom.
proud of you. Woo-hoo. Okay, go ahead. I know. I'm carrying it. It's Freedom Friday. Listen,
I'm
it's my
with you.
show, and that's how we do it. I celebrate
That's
entrepreneurs
right.
and creators. I'm not waiting, because life is not promised to anybody. And people, I don't want to take anyone for granted. And I don't want anyone to take me for granted, because it's 2022 and it's about you do you. And I'ma do me. Because we all want to be free. Go
Uh
ahead,
oh.
cousin. Do it.
Come
I
on.
know, right? I felt like I was getting.
What?
Okay.
Well, now these body butters I did recently, and you know what? A lot of this stuff, even if I tried, I could not quiet my mind and the ideas, because even when I was 10, 11, 13, I want to make stuff. I want to make an outfit, and I would talk to my mom, like, I want to make this, and she would have a pattern, and I'm like, well, we don't have to listen to them. Let's just cut that side off and add this there. Just do something else. You know how we have it. We're creative in
Very
our family.
creative. Very creative.
So these shirts are not even the my original design. I had one design that I used to draw in each of my journals. One, I would draw the same design over and over again. So when I got overseas, one day I just said, I started drawing this design just out of nowhere, just doodling. And like I said, I was by myself. I wasn't chilling or track or, doing something else. I would write this same design over and over again. And so then one day I was just sitting and I'm like, why don't you just make it? Just make it. So I called the graphic designer. I was like, can you digitize this for me? He said, okay, rocks. And then it
Right.
was on paper. It was on the computer. I had a digital. And then when I was going to print the thing, the printer said, okay, I can print these for you, love, but do you have a logo? At the time I did not have a logo. So I called the graphic designer again in China on the Chinese app, and I said, listen, he asked me for a logo. I said, okay. So I sent him a photo of something that I liked, but I didn't tell him exactly what I wanted. But this is it. I wanted a circle with an R, and I said I want an R, but I didn't say anything else. He got it exactly right. This R, he came up with this R exactly how I needed it to be in a circle. I like circles because they're continuous. But he left it open. I said, okay, the blessings can come in. But
Right.
he left. I was like, wow, how did he get that? And he put orange and yellow. And I like sunset. I'm a night person. And so I was like, wow, it was meant to be. It was really meant to be. And the great part about it, I was the first American that he enjoyed working with.
Mm.
The first. He said, "You're so kind. I can work for you all the time. I'll do all of your designs."
Mm,
Just like that. So, wow, thank you. So, up until this point, because the printer asked me for a logo, there it is. So, it's
right.
like you really don't have to fear because everything that's supposed to happen is going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
I,
All the good stuff that's supposed to be in your life is there. It's just waiting for you to get ready for it. That's it.
right. I
That's it.
believe that. And even I'm even learning like everything that we went through, even like our bad times, right? It was teaching
Yep,
us and prepared us for these times, right?
exactly.
Like nothing we go through, but we can't hold on to it. Like one of the things that's one of the greatest things I feel like I got out of this pandemic was not holding on to my past, right? Like
Exactly.
releasing things that have no place because that pain has no place in my life, right? And there's nothing you can do to fix that. All you can do is move forward and be grateful for each day that we have, which is the now. And that's how I started the show tonight because all
Excellent.
we have is now. Anything after tomorrow, we hope we get there, but we really got to live in the moment because the moment is is the greatest gift that we
Yep,
have every
yep.
day.
Because it's what you have. It's not what you're going to
Right.
get, and it's not what you used to have. It's what you have right now. But you know, Oprah
Yeah.
Winfrey said something on her show, on one of the shows. I think it was Speak Sis or something. But she said, "Whatever happened to you also happened for you," and
Mm.
that just freed me of anything. So it was
Wow.
meant to be so you can get somewhere else. It's a stepping stone. No, you don't want to go through it, but it's necessary. It's
Right.
necessary because good and bad exist together.
Yeah.
So you
It
have to
does.
have a balance. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, balance. I am one to admit balance is one of the things I have learned as I get
Mhm.
older. Now
Mhm.
I understand when you know how you have those older aunties and they ain't no nothing get on their nerves. You be like, Auntie, you ain't never worried. She's like, baby, there were
For what?
problems at the beginning of time. It's
It's
gonna be
still
problems
problems.
at the end of
Yep.
time. I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna live my Aunt Princess. You know who that is, Aunt Princess? I'm gonna do me
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be fine. Okay?
Yep.
Okay?
That's exactly
And
right.
I'm
Not
so grateful to have
concerned.
aunts like that, like aunts that really just gave me the truth about life, right? She was
Yep.
like, it's two things no a man can't take from you. He can't take your mind and he can't take your cootie cat. Those are two things. Now, I wasn't sure. Our princess say, cause that's your jewels. Ain't nobody take your jewels. But gotta be careful because there was some rats out there. They kind of came at me, but I'm gonna be okay,
Honey, suck you
But they
dry,
didn't take my
bone
soul,
dry.
right? Yeah,
Mhm.
they don't take your soul. So at
They
the end of the
can't.
day, yeah, I think it's very important that we as people look at a lot that we don't keep inflicting the same pain, right?
Mhm.
What
Mhm.
I
Don't
think
nurture
that
it.
happens a lot. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like one of the greatest things I think I learned in therapy was a lot of people don't realize they hurt, right? But they hurt, and so you don't
Yeah.
have to keep going to trying to fix somebody that don't want to be fixed.
Exactly. Because you
All we
can't.
have the power to fix is us, right?
Right.
And you don't keep allowing you set boundaries to not let yourself continue to be a
Exactly.
part of that hamster wheel, right?
Exactly. Because what you nourish grows. If you
Yeah,
nourish some weeds, they grow. If you nourish the goodness of a garden, it grows. Whatever you nourish grows. Whatever you feed keeps coming back to you. Look at a cat. Cat
yeah.
sitting outside your door. You feed it, it's coming back.
Okay. First of all, anything you feed coming back,
It's
cat,
coming
dog,
back. Yeah.
bird, okay,
Everything.
squirrel.
I'm coming. Oh, especially the squirrels because they actually knock on your glass. They knock on your glass. So yeah, you have to nourish the goodness. Bad's going to happen anyway. Evil is just going to be there because that's evil's job.
Right.
But you have to nourish the good stuff. The good stuff, help it grow. Let it grow. What
And
you
a lot of
nourish
people,
will
in
grow.
case you get a little confused, because I know I was talking to somebody today and she was saying, because I was telling her I keep a positive mindset. Everybody can't stay positive. I said, everybody ain't gonna be positive. When I'm not positive, I don't come outside. When I'm not positive, I stay home and get rest. When I'm not in the mood that I feel like being cheerful
Right.
and bubbly, I know I need to be by myself. I don't take that out into the
Yep.
world and be a mess and be around people. I
Exactly.
think those are the times people need to sit home, sit down somewhere, sit down. It's
Sit
okay.
down somewhere.
Yeah,
Like the
it's
old people.
okay.
Sit down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sit down.
exactly. Sit down.
And just be still. It's okay to be still. One of my favorite people, right? Sorry, one of my that's that milk I'm drinking, y'all. I'm drinking
Oh,
that. You know, I'm lactose intolerant now. You know, I told you, girl. Listen, I started drinking cookies and milk late night, girl. Is it gonna come one way or another? Okay, Lord, pray for
oh,
me.
fix it, Jesus.
Yeah, fix it, Lord. Jesus, Lord, help me out because I just can't take no milk, but I love it with my cookies. But this was a beautiful statement by Londrell. He is a poet, musician, artist, and I thought this was the most beautiful thing. He said, "Don't resist the flow. Flow with it. Life goes up, life goes down. Just go with the flow of life. It's a journey, not a destination. It's an experience, not a performance." And that is
Mm-hmm.
just so real because he has an album out
Mm-hmm.
called "Life Is a Beautiful Mess," and it truly is.
Life is a
Life
beautiful
is a
mess.
beautiful mess, and I mean, it's everything that you wanted to be, and sometimes what you don't, but you have it, right? And there's somebody that wish
Exactly.
they. So we can't. To me, I think the greatest thing that I've learned about having faith over fear is just that um, the more you try, the more you know, right? And the more you don't try, you don't grow, right? Because
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
know, you don't have these experiences to know what you can and cannot do.
Exactly.
So um,
Exactly.
I think I will always choose one to love because I was always taught that even if people don't love you, you love them because love is your
Yep.
greatest asset. That's your
Exactly.
superpower. You know, whether you know it or not, people, love is your superpower. People don't gotta be like you, right? Get that through your head. You know, I get that part through your head.
Ding, ding,
Um,
ding, ding. That is the
I
lesson. That's a
one of the
word.
questions we have, yeah, I had to get that. One of the questions I said that I was going to ask you tonight, and ask anybody that's watching us tonight if they want to join in. Um, what would you tell your younger self? You
That
know,
que-
there's
I,
so many things
yeah.
that I know I would tell my younger self, but like, what are like 5 things that you would tell your younger?
I'm glad you asked me five because I have so many.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna give you 5. You got 5 to be alive, baby. You know everything
five
will
to
be
be
5
alive.
to be alive. Go on, give me them
So
5.
this number one, no is a complete statement.
Okay.
That's what I would tell myself. No is a complete statement. You do not owe anyone an explanation, and you have the right to say no. You don't have to do what you don't want to do. Do what you want to do. So no is a complete statement. But I have this. I actually have I'm looking at my notebooks. One of them says, "Today I am grateful." This is a journal, and it says, "Today I am grateful." So be more grateful because what you focus on again. Be happy.
Mm-hmm.
All my books that I write in actually have what I think, and
Mm,
take risks. Take risks. So no is a complete statement. Today I am grateful. So be grateful, be happy, take risks. But the best part, or the thing that I would tell myself that's very important, and I actually tell myself this now, and I wrote it in the gratitude journal down here. And so what I would do, be prepared to receive what you asked for.
girl, wait a minute. You listen. Let me tell you something. You ain't never lied, cousin. Cause let me tell you, God, God, he got a sense of humor. Okay, let me just say, you cannot ask God for something and not be ready, especially if you are living in the. Even if you're not living in the spirit, but if you be like, God, I want to do this, and you not ready, let me tell you, I asked God for a chance. Let me tell you, I am Mrs. Chance now, and that's really on my marriage certificate. Okay,
Look at that.
CHANCE. Okay, he said you're gonna
Come
stop
on,
asking
God.
me
Come on,
for a
God.
chance. Okay, you ain't
Look at
gonna keep
God.
asking me for a chance. You're gonna
Won't
be
he
the
do
chance
it?
you asking for. Okay.
Here you go. How many you
Okay, you got to
want?
be real specific when you be saying chance. I didn't say what kind of chance. I just asked for a chance.
I
He,
need a chance.
yeah. Now I'm Mrs. Chance. So
Gave you a
you ain't
chance
never
to be a
lied.
chance.
Then in the
You are
beginning,
the chance.
listen, in 2022, the everybody making a resolution. I didn't really make a resolution because I don't believe that I need to do that. I have decided that I'm going to just commit to things, right? So
Yeah,
instead of I'm just committing to things that I know that I'm going to do. So I said,
right.
I'm going to do a play, and I'm going to do an off-Broadway play because I have to do the off-Broadway to get to Broadway, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So who's doing the play? Okay,
You.
who's doing the one at festival? Okay, in February. Okay,
You.
okay,
Boom.
okay,
Period.
okay. Who's
You.
doing the play? I
Bop,
am
bop,
doing the play.
bop,
Ooh,
bop.
ooh,
She
ooh,
doing
ooh.
a play. She doing a play.
So when I tell you, you ain't never lie, cousin. You cannot ask for something or say something and not be ready because you better get ready.
You got to get ready. And I heard Les Brown say that it's better to it's better to be prepared for an opportunity that you never get than to get the opportunity and not be prepared.
You better say that again. Say it again for the people in the back who didn't hear you say that real good.
Okay,
Say it a
people
little
in the
louder.
back, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity that you never get than to get the opportunity and not be prepared.
That's a great thing to tell your younger self. Okay?
That is
If you stay ready,
that
you ain't gotta get it ready.
you don't
Okay?
have to get ready. You're ready. And that's
Okay.
how I got to China. I was ready. You
Mm,
can't just go. That paperwork, I mean, they make you jump through hoops, tuck and roll. They ask you for blood. They want everything. I had to go there 5 times. 5. Had to argue
they
with
want
immigration. Yes, I had no, they for paperwork. I
blood.
had to
Okay.
go to all these different buildings, the Secretary of State, the State Department, immigration. I was at immigration 5 times. I had to go over and over. So that's why when the people say, "Can you go to China?" I said yes because I was ready. They said, "Well, you need to have," and I was like, "Flip, flip, 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 flip these." And she said, "Yeah, those." I said, "Okay."
Okay.
I'll be there.
If
And
you
I got
stay
my plane
ready,
ticket and was
if
gone.
you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That's
You
the
don't have to get
moral of
ready.
those stories. Okay. That's why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing off Broadway right now because I know in order to do Broadway and to get to television the way that I want to get there, I gotta go ahead and do these little
You'll
boo
be
boo
there.
boo.
You'll
And
be
here
right there.
I go. They're gonna be like, "Where have you been? Where has she been? Where has she been?" I was here. I was in my virtual living room waiting for you to find me, but I didn't. I was.
Right. I
Yeah,
was here. You just didn't
I
see
was
me.
here.
But you know what? Also, what I was going to tell people, something that you want to do, just start doing it. Everything else will fall into place.
Yes,
If you want
and
to
stop
sell something,
looking
just
for
start
the big
start selling it.
paycheck and the fame. Okay, because let me
Yeah,
just tell.
don't
Let me be
chase
really
money.
clear. A lot of
Mhm.
time it's not a big bag when you first chasing your dream. Okay, you have to get into
Nope,
the dream. The dream got
it's
to get
not.
into you. So if you think there's somebody go paparazzi is gonna be there, it might not be the first time. Maybe you have your own paparazzi, but it's not about that. It's the art of learning the craft and doing the work. I mean, I
You
tell you,
got to do
I'm
the
so
work.
excited about this play. And listen, Delania, if you still here, girl, call me because I might need some vocals. Some me. I need you to work on my. Oh no, sorry, y'all. Sorry, I get a little carried away. I'm so
She's
glad
an
my husband
actress.
met
Okay.
me before because let me tell you
And
something. He would
seen.
think. Yes, he would think something. Listen, if I met a man at this point right now, he would think something strange. Like I'd be breaking out his songs in the
No,
bathroom and not just on the
people
toilet.
these
Like I just be in
days.
the shower. Yeah, listen, he would be like, "Yo, you
Oh,
is
that's me in the
strange."
shower. That's me.
Listen, okay, but you my
Shower
cousin, so you always
concert.
been creative. Yes, a whole full
Exactly.
concert. Gospel.
It's me in the
Listen,
shower making up songs.
listen. Okay, it takes a special kind of man to love us. Okay, because we like a
Yeah, it
fire and ice.
does.
Yeah,
Because
we like fire
everybody
and
ain't
ice.
ready.
Okay, we
Everybody ain't
like
ready.
fire and ice. We will punch you in your throat if you act like acting crazy. Let me be real clear. We throat punches. Yeah, we throat punches, nigga. We don't hit you in the middle. We straight in the right
We
here.
stabbers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see she on that side of the family. They do the stabbing. I do the right in the neck, right? But
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
her and
yeah,
my
we
other
hit you in your throat, but you're gonna get
yeah,
cut. You got to get
yeah,
cut.
they will cut you. Okay.
Cut you. You need a reminder. See, a throat punch, the mark is gone. You
Yeah,
need a
see.
reminder not to do that again. We just a little bit of act right. That's it.
Yeah, they'll act right,
Just a little act
But
right.
and this is why we don't live with no fear. That's all. You ain't living with no fear, cause you know what I'm saying. Cause what I know, I'm rolling with the God, and He is in
Yeah.
me. So whenever I go, I flow, and I don't really be worrying about nobody, cause I'm not giving off that kind of energy that I'm to be messed with, right? I'm not giving off that gangster energy, right? So I'm not overly gangster. I'm not overly aggressive. I'm not overly, when I'm very pleasant and loving, right? And that's how everybody should be, because the more honey, my mama said, the more honey you get, the more bees you get, baby. So that's what I would tell my younger self. Stay sweet. I would tell her, stay sweet. Okay, I would tell her,
don't let the world change you.
Yes, don't let the world change you no matter what. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, because baby, I done been through the dark. I done been through the, what is it? How to say? I've been to the shadow of death. But I have feared no evil, okay? Because I know.
In the valley of the shadow.
Yes, in the valley, okay? In the valley of the shadows of them evil folks, okay? But I fear no evil because I know that God got me. I'm not perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Wow. But I'm real. Okay. You can't buy that. Justin Bieber sexy, and I've been real for a long time before it was a fad. Okay. And being real ain't easy because it's the hardest job, because the first thing you gotta do is be real with yourself. Okay. Can I get an amen with the people in the back? Yes, that's my virtual people.
Amen and amen again.
Okay, because let me tell you something. It takes a real person to have a chin check theyself, right? And that's not easy. A lot of people don't want to, and I do that constantly. One, because I'm a Virgo. Two, because I'm getting older.
And me too.
You check yourself too, cousin? You check yourself too, cousin? That's how you are, cousin?
Yeah, I'm a Virgo too.
Oh, yeah, you are Virgo.
Virgos.
I forgot Virgo. That's what it is too, cousin. Virgo flavor. Yeah. But, you know, we hard on ourselves sometimes, you know, because we are perfectionists when it comes to things that we
too hard.
Yeah, well, that we want for ourselves and other people. We always, you know, very giving, right? But as I've gotten older, I've learned that I'm going to always be a giver, but I also like to receive. And I have to be able to ask for it, because that's also been a problem for me. I have such a self-reliance on myself and such a independent woman, alpha female. I got this. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody but Lord type personality. Okay? I don't need nobody but Lord. But we all need somebody. And then I get real quiet when things, you know, I get real quiet when things are not going well. I don't vocalize it. You know what I mean? I really go inward, because I know God is going to work it out. And then people take that another way. People that take that as, oh, she don't want to talk, or no, I'm working on me, and I don't have anything to say to you because I'm not where I need to be, and I don't really have what you need right now because I'm working on me. And I think a lot of times, you know, that's hard for people, you know, because, you know, people want you to be available, but I have a different personality. Like if a person don't call me in a while, I don't take it personal. You know, like I'm just grateful when you do call. You know what I mean? Like I'm just happy that you're okay. I know life happens. So I don't hold that against people, because life is too precious to let somebody think because they didn't call me in a while that I'm gonna be mad at them. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm happy every time I get a call. When somebody call that's why I got the same phone number for like 20 years. I ain't never changed my phone number for like 25 years. Know why? Because if anybody call me, they gonna get at least a hello the first time. Like, hey, what up, my nigga? What's up? I remember, listen, I done had brothers call me that been in jail, got out 20 years later. Oh my God, this Trina. I'm like, yeah, it's me. This so-and-so. I'm like, what? Well, first of all, let's me be clear. I'm married, so you can't talk real crazy. Cause my husband right here. But what you doing, nigga? Where you been at? Yeah, what you doing? And then they tell me they just got home or something. But people cannot believe that I have kept the same phone number for 20 years, over 25 years.
That's old school right there. That's old school.
And I think I also keep it in case somebody get in trouble, because you never know if somebody gonna get in trouble and need somebody's number that they can remember, right? That one number. You gotta remember, like out of your phone, you should at least know 5 people that you could call in case of emergency, right? And a lot of people don't know nobody number off their phone, right? But I know if you know, most people can remember. If you remember my number, it's the same number for 20 years. So if you need me, I got you.
Not to mention, they might not have their family. They might not have family to call. So that's good.
Because most people family members have changed their phone number to get away from family. Okay. You know what I mean? Go get a new phone number, and then accidentally don't give everybody the number. Okay. Oh, I didn't give you my new number. Oh, I thought I got you. I thought I sent it out. I thought you was in a group chat. No, they didn't want you to call them. Okay. That's why you didn't get the new number. Okay. Just take that.
No.
Yeah, it's okay.
Too. That's
It's
okay.
okay. And listen,
It's
cuz you put up
okay.
a post the other day, and I want to
It's
tell you about
fine.
that. I love you for that post. You put up the post. Parents have
Which
to
one?
stop taking kids around those family members. You said the family members that are not treating them right, like and normalizing it is teaching people that don't treat them right to be around them anyway. And it's like I want you to elaborate a little bit more on that before we go, because that was one to grow on before I play this last little gratitude. I'm gonna close out with a little gratitude attitude because I think everybody need to get it's Freedom Friday, and like I told you, this is a season of solutions. So
Thankfulness in your life.
don't
Get you
shit,
some thankfulness.
don't quit. You're gonna be grateful when you come back. But tell me about a little quick. What you was meant by that, cuz?
Oh, we got all these you know how families, I'll go ahead and say it. You know how families will get on the gay person. They want to shun the gay person, but they protect the child molester.
Talk about it, cousin.
You know, families do that. Or they take the child, you see the changing or picking up. See, children are natural. Children are honest. Children are real plain. You know, like something, you know they don't like it. They frown, they cry, they back away from it, but you keep pushing them towards something they said they don't want.
Mm-hmm.
They don't fake it. They don't say, well, I have to make it look right for parents. They don't do that.
Right. So
So
stop.
why make a child do go? Yeah, it's like, but you're also teaching them to accept being treated badly. You're teaching them to reward bad behavior.
Mm,
So when they get older and they're in these relationships where the person is mistreating them or abusing them, that's what you taught them to do. That's learned behavior. Because nobody naturally gravitates to something that hurts them. It's not natural.
mm. Right.
And
That's
you,
something that
no,
you've been
no
taught.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That you've
Yeah.
normalized.
And one person that I would commend, well, two people that I would commend is Gabrielle and D Wade. They mentioned about their little girl Kavia when she was little, she would make this face. People got too close to her. They didn't make her go to that person. They
Mm,
said, "Oh, she doesn't like them," and moved her away. They didn't make
mm-hmm.
her just go there. And I even commented, and a lot of times I don't comment on posts, but I commented on that one that they didn't make her go there. You know, they were on Brandy. I think her name is Brandy. She was doing the segment, and I'm like, wow, Brandy Victoria, that's her name. She was doing the segment, and I'm like, they didn't make her do it because I remember that as a child. I remember the not my uncles. I had great uncles, but I remember a family friend or these from church, and all church people aren't good people.
Yeah.
But I remember even being put like, go say hi, go give them a hug, stuff. It's like, why? I don't like this person. They're not giving me a good vibe. But when you're a kid, you don't have the verbiage. You can't. How do you explain that? You can't say it. So it's
I don't
I
like the way they touched me, or I don't like the way he hugged me
yeah,
or rubbed me, or something. Yeah. Or
exactly,
you
and
don't
all
even
that
know
close.
how to know. You don't even know what to say because you can't even know what's happening. So half of the time as a
Yeah,
child, it
you
doesn't feel.
following your parents' advice. Yeah, but the other part about that is you walk into the world different, especially women. You walk into the world differently when you know you've been protected or that you will be protected. So that's what you learn as a child. You learn that you're protected. You have a different level of confidence, a different level of boldness, a less fear when you know that you are protected. You know that your uncle's going to stand up for you, or your father, your mother, your cousin, your brother. You had big brothers. I didn't, but I had uncles and cousins. But me walking the world by myself, I have me. So I don't have that. So, but it's you walk into the world differently when you know that someone has your back. It gives you a different
Right.
level of confidence. So I think, oh, but I wanted to comment on the shirt. I really like the design of the shirt that you're wearing. What's his
Okay.
name again? The person
It's
who made
Eli
this shirt?
from Faith Over
Eli.
Fear. Yeah, Eli from Faith Over Fear. It's
Eli.
his
Eli. I
brand.
like this shirt because you see what he wrote, faith over fear. What that means is faith is on top. It doesn't mean fear is not there. It just means you choose faith first. So I love that shirt.
Yep. And so
Good shirt. Good
and
job.
listen, we're gonna close out the show tonight, people, with having gratitude and always keeping gratitude first, because no matter what, there
Mm-hmm.
have been bad times since the beginning of time. It's how you deal with it and what you keep, right? It's what you hold on to and it's what you let go. And I
True.
think it's very important that at this time with so much happening in the world, we have right now the sea is overheating. We hope our ecosystem can one day get back because the fish are dying at an alarming
Y'all
rate. But
better
we
plant some gardens. Get you some
yeah, I don't
veggies.
want to make anybody nervous because that's not what I do on this show on Fridays because I'm all about faith and I know that God
Yeah.
is a healer, but I'm aware. Okay. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
aware that this world that we think that cannot be gone can be gone because man is taking it for granted. So I'm going to close out with some positive notes and positive
Even if it's
vibrations.
darkness, even if it's rain, even if it's storms, those things deserve gratitude. Everything literally deserves gratitude. Whether it's good or bad or in between, everything literally deserves gratitude. It may not be the way that we want things to go, but our vision is so very limited. Our understanding of life and the way things are working in our favor is so very limited. And we think things are also always supposed to be good, always supposed to go our way. But even when things are not going our way, they're going a way in which works out for the betterment of the whole. And we're not here alone on an island by ourselves. So sometimes we have to lose so others can win. Sometimes we have to fail so that others can succeed, in a sense. Sometimes we have to experience darkness or rain so that others can experience light and sunshine. The world is balance. The world is duality, and we have to experience both ends of the spectrum. So, while it's dark or rain, I'm a very optimistic person, I guess, because that works for me. And it may not work for everyone, but understanding the duality and the nature of this experience, we will experience duality. We will experience pain and pleasure and light and dark and happiness and sadness. And that's what makes life so beautiful, the contrast of it. Mm-hmm. So giving gratitude for the dark areas of the painting, of the portrait, and not just being engrossed in the light and the love, but also giving gratitude for the darkness and the things that do not resonate with love, because they teach you, they have a valuable lesson as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's beautifully put. Mm.
So, Roxanne, I want to thank you for joining us today. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day because, like I said before, time is one of our greatest assets. So, you spending your time with us today is always a blessing. It's a blessing to me. It's a blessing to the viewers. Blessings to the people that's going to come back and get the message, because it is an honor to share space, and I'm so proud of everything that you're doing, and I know God is about to do some more exciting stuff with you, and I look forward to seeing and helping along the way and in the journey.
Thank you for having me, and I am proud of you.
Body butter. So if people want to buy body butter, where can they go to get a t-shirt and some body butter?
Okay, well, my company is Roxanne AFI, and it is at Roxanne AFI. It should be on the screen. On Instagram, and you can also email me at 31globz, GLOBZ, at gmail.com. Again, that's 31globz, like 31 flavors, 31globz, GLOBZ, at gmail.com. Thank you, everyone, and I hope to hear from you. And thank you, Trina. I'm very proud of you, too.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Roxanne, hold on. We're going to say good. If nobody told y'all they love you this week, let me be the first one to tell you I love y'all. 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 You heard me? I know y'all feel that vibration of love because I love y'all in a big way. I'm going to keep coming back. I'm only going to get better. I started because I said ain't nothing going to stop me. I don't care if I'm not ready. I'm going to be ready. And I got to come back just for the people that gave up. I don't want you to give up. God loves you. I love you. And we're going to get this done. All right. So you guys keep tuning in, keep dreaming, keep believing. I got you. You got me. I got you. Like Bonnie said, I love you. You love me. Keep coming back. It's going to get better, baby. I'll see you guys next week. Same place, same time.
Hello.